What's up, everyone? Zavi D of Organic Health Movement checking in today to talk about detoxification. Just finished some bone broth. My gut's feeling happy. Trying a new symbiotic, so probiotic and prebiotic, in the same capsule from a company called Seed. Been loving it. I really highly recommend it. Has specific strains geared towards your gut microbiome based on your age and your gender. So I'm pumped to share that. I know a lot of people in the Explorer community are hyped up on it too. And I want to thank Jator, shout out Jator, for plugging Seed and helping us get a kick-ass discount that unfortunately I can't extend to you all, but I definitely recommend the product. Today we're going to talk about detoxification, what it means to me. To me, there are three primary focal points of detoxification. Number one is spiritual detoxification. So releasing stored cellular memory, healing past life trauma, feeling into repressed emotions and letting those go, and how that correlates to the different chakras of the body and the stressors and energy that they emit and receive. So that's one component, is the spiritual side of detoxification. Number two, I'd like to talk a little bit about physical detoxification, which is all about your detox pathways, your hormones, and how that relates to your body detoxing from hormones, stored toxins from an exposome perspective, so every exposure that you've had from a non-genetic perspective, to environmental toxins, to emotional toxins, to nutritional stressors, to just about everything you can think of. And then number three, we'll talk a little bit about mental detoxification and how that relates to lifestyle habits. So let's jump in. Number one, spiritual detoxification. A lot of trauma, pain, sadness is stored in the cells of our body. From an energetic perspective, each and every chakra is reflexogenically linked to the different organs and glands of the body. So I'll kind of weave this all together into a tapestry of sorts. So your spiritual impulses, your spiritual life, the energetic side of your being is constantly feeding in and out of the body. When we heal a repressed memory or a cellular memory, let's say it's from a traumatic experience of, for me being a child and being made fun of on the playground for being fat and overweight. My body experiences that as if I was reliving the trauma. It's kind of an interesting paradox to healing from past wounds. So from a spiritual perspective, the energy systems of my body, so the chakra system, will experience that same shutdown, that fight, flight, or freeze from a nervous system perspective that goes along with the emotional components of me feeling left out, feeling ostracized, feeling like there's nobody there to support me. Now, of course, on the other side of things, in order to help detoxify ourselves from our cellular memories, from our spiritual relationships, from our connection to God and nature, we also have the positive side, the light side of experience, where our joy, our affirmation, our empowerment actively feeds into our spiritual detoxification and can speed that process up. Because two dissonant vibrations, frequencies, cannot exist in the same space. Or at least that's one perspective on it. I have thoughts on that too. But that being said, once you get into a state of alignment with your truth through experiencing the repressed memories, cellular memories, so forth and so on, within your spiritual system, you can start to spiritually detoxify, release cords of energy, release past traumas, and let that flow out of your being, out of your energy centers, bringing in more positive light, kindness, compassion, healing, altruism, to set a resonant vibration. Not so much that we're trying to get rid of negative things, we're welcoming them into our heart, into our experience, and having the courage to process it and go through them once again. But our goal is positivity in the end, right? A light expression of our deepest true nature. So that's what I'm going for. So I've been through a lot of spiritual detoxification in the last 5 years. And of course, as I said, I'm weaving this into the physical component of this. So your spiritual awakening has a really big impact on the energy centers of the body. Now, like I said, the energy centers of the body are reflexogenically linked to the organs and glands. So what does that mean? There's a bidirectional relationship. That means what happens to a chakra or an energy center can influence the organ and gland. Likewise, the organ and gland can influence the chakra center. So let's talk about detoxification of the physical body. We have the skin as a source of detoxification. We have the liver as a source of detoxification. We have the whole gut, so large intestine and the many components of it. The small intestine, more so of assimilation, but each part of the gut helps to detoxify in certain ways, eliminate what we no longer need, absorb what we do need. So there's a kind of a light, dark, or opposing nature balance of the gut and how that relates to detoxification. There's the liver, which is a huge keystone of detoxification and eliminating stored toxins in the body, the lymphatic system, so forth and so on. So each part of the body that is involved in detoxification can get backed up. I think about 310 kilograms of industrial waste and pollutants are released every second as a result of industrial processing and industrial facilities. So the production of synthetic chemicals, of plastics, of so forth and so on, that releases 310 kilograms of pollutants into the environment every second. So our body is backed up. We've never lived in such a toxic environment before. The soil is depleted. The toxins we create through our Western globalized perspective, our lens, or at least our lifestyle, influences the environment around us. And while we think we're being more productive, we're actually making our bodies more toxic. Likewise with food, nutritional stress. If you're eating a ton of processed food, your liver has to process all of the harmful additives, preservative, artificial flavorings, colors that are added to that food. Toxins from the spiritual perspective, so feeling like, I'm going to go eat McDonald's right now because I feel worthless, or I'm going to cave into my alcoholic cravings because I want to numb the pain of my spiritual body, all relates to the physical pathways of detoxification. And then number 3, we have mental detoxification. So I'm a believer that our thoughts are both 100% ours and 100% not ours. Our mind functions as an antenna to the collective consciousness, the electromagnetic field that each and every planetary body has. And we have 7 billion people on the planet. There are a lot of thoughts whirling around all the time. And as empathic, energetically sensitive people, we tend to tune into those quite a bit. So I think mental detoxification is about finding moments of stillness, meditation, Tai Chi, moments of clearing so that we can let all the thoughts that come into our field or come from our spiritual and physical body through our field to release. I think breath is the most powerful tool for releasing mental toxins. So you see, we have 3 primary focal points of detoxification, and they all weave together in a beautiful way. Now, I'm going to recommend a few different practices that I use to help my body detoxify. There are wonderful herbs that help with detoxification to support your liver, one of them being milk thistle, which I love as a supplement. Also, we have to consider that detoxification and how much toxic load you have in the body, or allostatic load based on your stress level, is there. So I highly recommend those with repressed experiences of pain or sadness, express those through journaling, through seeing a psychotherapist, through movement with breath. So Tai Chi, meditation, lowering the stress load and allowing those things to flow out of the energy centers. Highly recommend that. Third is nutrition. Always check in on the quality of your food, because the worthiness that you have in your spiritual body of being healthy is directly correlated to the choices you make on your plate. Choose organic always, support the detoxification of nature, support your own detox pathways, and live a free and holistic life. This is Zavi D. Checking out, sending you love. Peace.